All right, guys, so now we're on to number 4. We're solving these inequalities and we're graphing on the number line. Remember, I always need to do my graphs and I need to make sure I know the interval notation and inequality notation. So let's take a look at this on the whiteboard. So the first one is negative 3 times 4x minus 6 plus 5 times 2x minus 2 is less than 6. So just like you would with an equal sign, you want to solve your equation out. So first step, I'm going to do a little distribution. All right, so I get negative 12x. A negative times a negative becomes a positive, so I get a positive 18 here. Now I distribute this 5, right? So I'm going to get a positive 10x, right? And a negative 10. And all of it is less than 6. All right, now I need to combine my like terms. I like to circle and box these like terms. So here, I'm going to box. I have a negative 12x. I also have a positive 10x. Underline my constants here. So combining your 12 and your 10, right? I get a negative 2x, 18 and negative 10. I get a positive 8. So right away, you see, I end up with a negative over here. So that's going to come back here in a second, and we're going to have to do something special. But first step, as always, you get your x's alone, right? So I subtract 8 from both sides, so I get a negative 2x is less than a negative 2. Now, when I divide by this negative 2, this is a key step. I'll do it in orange. I divide by this negative 2. What you have to remember, dividing or multiplying by a negative flips the sign. So now I get x is greater than a positive 1. So how would I graph that on my number line? If I have a number line right here, 0 and 1, right? Now, remember, it's going to be an open circle because there is no equal to under here. So I'll do this in red, right? X is greater than. So I have an open circle, and now I have an arrow going to all the numbers greater than 1. So number line looks like this. Now, when you're asked about it on the test, you may be asked for interval notation. Well, how would I do that? Well, it's not included, so I want to put a parentheses, 1, comma, infinity, right? We are going all the way out here to infinity. So it's 1, comma, infinity as your interval notation. You always use parentheses with interval notation.